Hi, Joyce Stech here, your inner treasure activator, and welcome to the Joyce Stech podcast. Let's talk beyond the surface. And what are we covering today? Oh, you're going to love this. Why your family triggers you and how not to lose your damn mind at Thanksgiving. Okay? Or kind of about at any holiday. So if you got a family, if you got things that you go through every year, listen to Why Your Family Triggers You up next. Hi, Joyce Stech here, your inner treasure activator. And again, welcome to today's episode of Why Your Family Triggers You and how to not lose your damn mind at Thanksgiving or apply it to any holiday. Okay, so welcome back. Always glad to have you with us and me. So thank you for sharing your time with me. And oh God, they're all coming over week. All right. Again, I'm Joyce Stech, your inner treasure activator, and today we're talking about a universal spiritual initiation, Thanksgiving. So for my foreigners out there, yes, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but we do, but you celebrate other holidays. So please apply this to any time you can say, oh God, they're all coming over. So we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving here in the United States is the Olympics of family triggers. Okay, there are movies about this. Okay, best cause of that is what it is. You think you're healed. I mean, you've done so much work, and you're good. You're good, right? You think you've ascended. You definitely ascended. You think, you know what? You are evolved. And then Aunt Susan asks you why are you still not married? Or how about this one? Are you guys ever going to have kids? Or are you dating somebody? All these other things or other personal things about you that, really isn't anybody's business, but your nervous system goes, whoa, fantastic. How am I old again? Am I 3? Am I 5? Am I 9? Am I 12 again? So today we're going to unpack why your family triggers you and how to actually stay in your center. Yeah, right. And how to walk away from Thanksgiving or any holiday without needing 3 days of energetic rehab. Okay, always great for my business, but if we could bypass that, let's save me and sessions for something a little bit deeper, right? So here we go. Why family triggers hit, all right? They're all different. Let's start with the obvious. The obvious. Your family doesn't activate the current you. It just doesn't sink in. They activate the archived version of you. I used to say this to my family. I used to notice it with me when I was going. I said, you know what? I could do one day that I would come back after I was married and would go, oh yeah, they would treat me like maybe another person. But after 3 days, that was my thing that I found. After 3 days, you reverted back to the kids, like, when you coming home? I mean, this would be me. I've been married. I could have kids. When you coming home? Do you really have to be out that late? Like, where would you go this late at night? Like, what? And then anything that wasn't cleared, all those old triggers start coming back, and there you are, 10, 12, 9, whatever button that's pushing. You with me? So you become the toddler. You become the teenager. You become the one who had zero boundaries and the emotional vocabulary of a potato. Okay? So you walk in as this grown adult with wisdom, with serenity, with healing. But your family system is like, yes, here's the one who always fixes everything. Here's the quiet one. How about this one? Here's the strong one. Pile everything on them. Couldn't wait for you to come to dump more shit on you, right? These roles were assigned to you before you personally had language. So your body reacts before your brain does. You get that tight chest. And it's not about the turkey, right? It's your nervous system. And it's recognizing that old contract before you do. Yeah, a headache. Someone in the room is violating their own truth, and your body, Genix, your body, actually, I call it genius, it's calling it out. You're irritable. That irritability, that's your soul. It's whispering, you don't have to play that role anymore. You don't have to play that role anymore. Give it up. Easier said than done, though, right? So, there are 3 holiday personas. We'll just cover that because it's fun. So let's look at 3 main archetypes of people fall into during their family gatherings and see if like, oh yeah, I can fall into that. Or yes, I've seen my sister, or my brother, or my father or mother, or my aunt fall into this. So let's see and have some fun with this. Because if you're losing it, you can also play the game like, woohoo, I wonder which 3 holiday persona they are. So 1 is, right? If you hear yourself, by the way, congratulations, you're freaking normal. So 1 is the fixer. The fixer is someone, and this is when you feel responsible for everyone's feelings. Everybody should be happy. I don't want to make any promises, but you're responsible for everyone's feelings there. You can sense tension before it's going to land. You're basically emotional air traffic control, right? So your wound, this is your wound that shows up. If I don't fix it, someone will suffer and I'll be blamed. I want to say that again because I know a lot of you out there have that one. Okay? It says, if I don't fix it, someone will suffer and I'll be blamed. Your truth, their emotions are not your mission. Their emotions are not your mission. Breathe. Number 2 is the peacemaker. You go like, well, isn't the fixer and the peacemaker the same? Well, let's go see what the peacemaker says. The peacemaker says is the one who'll say yes when they merely mean no. Do you want another slice of turkey? And you go like, oh, no. Yes, you do. You have to have another because I spent all day making this turkey and somebody's got to eat. Whoa. So you don't upset the boat. Even though you don't even eat meat, you'll say yes when you mean no. You'll volunteer for things that you don't even want to do. Oh, sure, I'll help you over there. And you go like, I don't even do this shit at home. You'll laugh at jokes that aren't even funny. You just want to keep the peace. Keep the peace. Oh, yeah, that was really cute. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, yeah, that was great. When you're going inside, well, it's like crazy crap. But to me, you're not living your truth. But what is your wound? Your wound is if I don't keep everyone happy, I lose belonging. This is someone who has to belong. I want to belong. I want to belong so badly that I won't have boundaries, that I won't have any principles or values because I want to belong. So yeah, sure, whatever you say. Do I belong? Do I belong? Okay. So the wound is if I don't keep everyone happy, then I lose belonging. The truth, your truth here could be belonging that's built on self-betrayal is not belonging. I'm going to repeat that part and then the next part. Belonging built on self-betrayal is not belonging. It's a performance art. You are performing, and you probably perform different for every audience you have. And you're never yourself. And breathe. The next one is the ghost. The ghost. You disappear emotionally. You disappear sometimes physically. This is the person who's just like, hey, whatever happened to Uncle Ben? I don't know. I think he's downstairs. He needed to take a nap, right? Or he's out. He's there. He's the only guy watching the game. There's nobody else, but he's watching something on TV. He actually, or she, is the one that disappears. They either disappear emotionally or physically, right? Bathroom breaks become like a spiritual retreat. Gosh, haven't they been in the bathroom for like a half hour? Oh, I'm still in here. right? Because they're playing video game, whatever they're doing, but they're sitting on the toilet hoping that nobody bothers them in the bathroom. Or how about you go check on something in the car? Oh, I've got to check on something in the car. And you're there for like 20 minutes and you're not really checking on anything in the car. You get it? That's the ghost. The ghost just ghosts everybody. It's like, and the wound of the ghost is, you know what? If I'm visible, I'm vulnerable. So this is when you're really in a place like you really don't want to be there. You really don't like the people. You find them abusive. You're in a just very highly dysfunctional. And then you go like, if I'm visible here, I'm the next attackee. So I'm vulnerable, so I'm out of here. But the truth of this one is you can be present without being consumed. And this is a great lesson if you get this, because if you get your truths, these become more fun for you. Trust me. You can be present without being consumed. You go, really? Okay. So what's actually happening energetically? From my standpoint, energetically, what's going on here? Okay. Family systems have a gravitational pull. They pull and they pull, okay? It's an energetic timeline that tries to drag you back into who you were, not who you are. All right, let that sit in. An energetic timeline that drags you back into where you were, not who you are. Breathe that one in, because that's pretty heavy, right? This is why you can be, you can be a very powerful, you're a sovereign, you're a healed adult in your life. I mean, you really got your act together. And instantly when you get into that family situation, you feel like you're shrinking into the childhood table again. The moment you feel these old patterns rising, I would like you to ask yourself, am I responding from the present, like right now? Or am I being pulled into the past? Things that happened 30, 40, 50 years ago or 10 years ago with your brothers and sisters, they're not the same people today. So that you go like, oh, that's my brother always does that. Does he? Or are you still going back to when, you were at turkey dinner all the time and he always used to pull the same crap? But you look at him today. He's 60-something years old. Does he still do that? And if he does, then okay, you're in the present and the past because he hasn't changed. Or is he changed? He's not the same guy. Are you the same? And maybe you are and he is. So you deserve each other, okay? But a lot of times you're not responding from the present. You're going back there and think that person hasn't changed. So sometimes they're judging you on who you were, not who you are. But sometimes you're doing the same thing. But if you can ask yourself this question, I'm going to tell you, it does change. Am I responding from the present? This person has gone through lots of changes. They're not even the same person there. Or are you pulled into the past? Natural consciousness. Natural consciousness is actually your original blueprint without any imprints, before people put stuff on you, before you have all kinds of other beliefs. And it doesn't react because it doesn't have anything. It just notices. When you're at that place where you don't have all these other imprints and stuff on you, all it does, it notices. People who work with me, you've heard me say, be the observer. And sometimes in the beginning, people have I don't understand how to observe. No, you're just observing. You notice things. You sit back and you watch and you notice. Because your original blueprint, that natural consciousness, responds from freedom, not from programming. You see, your original blueprint doesn't have any programming, so it cannot react to it. That, my friends, is your doorway out. That is your doorway out. So, breathe. This is heavy stuff, right? But okay, well, let's give you something that you can do right in the moment. Because we could talk about it, but if you don't have something to work with, what good is listening to this thing in the beginning, right? So let's go. What could we do right in the moment, Joyce? Well, even if you're mid mashed potatoes. All right. This is a 60-second reset. You put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and you inhale through your nose for the count of 4. Hold for 2, and then exhale for 6. Let's just try that. Breathe in. That is an energetic reset. Okay, it works with your nervous system. And what you can, if you remember, you can whisper internally to yourself, I'm allowed to be here without playing any old role. So as you're breathing 4 in, hold for 2, out for 6, you're saying to yourself, I'm allowed to be here without playing any old role. I'm allowed to be here without playing any old role. I'm allowed to be here without playing any old role. What it does, it shifts your breath, it shifts your brain state, it shifts your energy field, it shifts your identity pattern, all in 1 minute. It's like an internal, not today, Satan. All right. So, and breathe. Here's the truth that no one tells you. You don't go home. You don't go back home. You don't go to these holidays to be triggered. You don't go here to be triggered. You go home to see what's still alive in your field. Again, repeating that, you don't go home to be triggered. You go home to see what's still alive in your field. Your reactions are not failures. They're invitations. What still collapses you? What still hooks you? What still belongs to your inner child instead of your adult self? You see, every trigger that you have is like a breadcrumb. It's a breadcrumb. And it's a breadcrumb that leads back to your sovereignty. And breathe. All right, my lovely human beings. If Thanksgiving activates your entire nervous system like it's auditioning for a Marvel movie, guess what? You are not alone. And this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, I'm going live. I go live on Fridays, and I'm going to go live. So you never know what you're getting there. Notice you never know what color hair I have. You never know what's going on with me. But we're going to be doing a post-Thanksgiving energetic reset. So just in case you tried this stuff and you say, that was not really working for me, and now I'm like this, and I want to kill everybody. I know. All right. It's time for the post-Thanksgiving energetic reset with yours truly, okay? So we're going to clear for you whatever got stirred up. And this is going to be fun because my things are interactive. So you could write on the comments. I do read them. I've gotten better at that, by the way. So I do read them. And I talk to you while you're there. And you could say like, whoa, Joyce, yesterday, let me tell you what stirred up in my department. Let me tell you about this story, and let's talk about that, because you know what happened to you probably happened to another 100 or 200 people that'll listen to the broadcast, right? So we're going to clear though, and then we're going to clear it. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to actually clear it. Yeehaw. Okay? So whatever got stirred up in your system, we're going to reclaim your center, and we're going to walk into the rest of the holidays with actual sanity, because we got Christmas coming up, you guys got Hanukkah coming up, you got Kwanzaa coming up, you got stuff that your family gets together, you got the solstice coming up, right? We got groups of people we get together, and we're humans. So, join me for the live to get recentered. If you can't be there, know that it does run, and this is all on Facebook. I do it on Facebook Live. Just look up my name, Joyce Stech. It's under my name. You'll see it. Join it. Or watch the if you watched the video afterwards because you couldn't make it live, you could still comment because I do check up on the comment pages to see if anybody mentioned anything else or needs more work. And remember everything that I mentioned: courses, activations, rituals, how to get in touch with me personally. You can always find it in one place. Now you can go to my website, which is joycestech.com, right? Or you can go to Linktree/Joyce Stech. Everything's in my name, so you put my name out there, you're going to find me somewhere. But every one of them has an easy tab for you to find me because that's your field guide to the work. So thank you for listening. If you want to see me live, see you Friday in case you just need to be recentered. Okay, thank you for joining me. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. Have a very happy holiday. Enjoy your family. Be thankful that you have people to share a special day with you and learn to love. All right, with that, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us today. This has been Joyce Stech, your inner treasure activator on the Joyce Stech podcast. Let's talk beyond the surface.